Hey YouTube, it's Mike Pen Gangster, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my game plan. At the same time, I'm going to be talking about constant pressure. Does constant pressure still work in this game? Is it still broken? Let me explain one thing about constant pressure that people don't seem to understand is that EA Sports don't know how to fix nothing. So when people ask the question, is constant pressure still valid? It is very, very valid. Now, if you use it for 90 minutes, that's a different story. If you use it for like 70 minutes, I would say you can still pretty much use it the whole 70 minutes easily still, because as long as you're not putting overball aside on the D-pad, you should have enough stamina if you're using it either the first 70 minutes of a game or the last 70 minutes of a game. Now, it all depends on how the game is going. I personally don't like using it until I feel like I'm having a hard time versus my opponent. That means either I'm down by a goal or something. If not, I'm just going to go with my regular game plan. I'm going to show you all three game plans. I also have the one that I parked the bus when I'm 2-0 up. So I'm actually surprised, to be honest with you, that the if you ever watch a lot of the people that make videos on tactics and all that, a lot of them never talk about constant pressure and that you should be using it for like 70 minutes. And it surprises me because a lot of these guys are definitely using it. So I feel like some of these guys are just two faces and they just don't tell you everything, but whatever. I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm telling you guys, constant pressure has been broken since the beginning of FIFA 23, and it is still broken. Any type of pressure tactic is still broken. People that are scared of losing their stamina, it is completely bullshit. You can still use it for pretty much majority of the whole game, and you'll pretty much still have stamina at the end of the game. Now, 4-2-2 is the formation that I play in. Okay, these were the tactics that got me 9-1 in qualifications. Now, you guys go check that video. I'm still going to show you the tactics here, just in case you guys want to see all three game plans that I have. The first one that I have is the one that I always get in from the beginning, from the start. So this one comes with defensive style, press after possession loss, 30 width. I explained in the video why I have 30 width and 71. And for people that don't understand, for you to be a narrow formation defensively, you have to be under 31. Because if you go to 31, you can see it changes. And the same thing with the depth. If you want to have the offensive trap, you have to be over 70. This is why these guys are at 30 and 71. The built-up play, I keep it on balance, chance creation, direct passing. The width in attack, it's very important that you have a high width, like because this game here, you have to be able to attack on the wings. Again, if you're at 70 and under, it does not work. 71 plus, you get the new message. That's when your players like your right cam and left cam start playing like right wings and left wings. Players in the box, I start off with 6. Okay, corners 2, free kicks 1. This is how the team looks like in the formation. Instructions, very, very simple. Both strikers are on stay central, getting behind, and stay forward. My cams are on come back on defense and get into the box for crosses. My fullbacks are on stay back while attacking, and as you can see, they're not on overlap. Very important that you understand why they're not there. I will explain. Um, my attacking CDM is on stay central, and my defensive one is on stay back while attacking. Now, like I told you guys, there's a reason why these guys are on stay back while attacking, but they're not on overlap on the mix attack. The reason for that, when you look at the width on the attacking built up, it's at 71. So what happens is if you put the fullbacks on overlap, and whenever you're in game and you want to use them as join the attack, what's going to happen is that they're going to like kind of like interfere with your cams. So what you want is you want them to be on mix. So what happens is that if, for example, Mbappe is on my right wing, my right cam, but is on the wing, my right back is going to basically cut inside. You know what I mean? It's going to cut inside. So that's why you don't want to have them on overlap, because if you put them on overlap, they only do that, right? So you might as well keep them on mix attack. Now, this is the game plan I use when I start a game. If I'm doing well in this game, like I'm winning, like 1-0, 2-0, I don't change these tactics. I stay in this formation. I don't even activate my fullbacks if I don't need to, because the only reason why they're on stay back while attacking is because if ever I have to go more defensively, they're on stay back while attacking. But if ever I need to create more chances up front, I just basically, with the D-pad, put them on join the attack. Again, This formation is pretty much the one I use the most. Well, I mean, I always use 4-2-2 no matter what, pretty much. But this is the one that I use for most of the games, as long as I'm not losing, right? Once I am losing, I stick with the 4-2-2. There's a few difference, but not in the custom tactics much. The only difference you're going to see in the custom tactics itself over here is the constant pressure and the fast build up. Every other thing is exactly the same. Sorry, players in the box is 7. I had one player extra, okay? Formation for triple two, exact same. Instructions, exact same. The only difference that I have is that, for example, now both my CDMs are on balance and they're on cover center, and my cams are also getting to the backs. They're on balance defense, and I have my left back and right back still on stay back while attacking. And the reason for this is because at this point I activate my fullbacks with the D-pad. Okay, and the reason why I like to activate them with the D-pad, I just prefer doing it that way because if ever I have to go a little bit more defensively, these guys in the tactics, they're already on stay back while attacking. Okay. Now, if I'm up 2-0 in the game, for example, and it's like, I don't know, 60, 70 minutes in the game, but I feel like my opponent is good and has putting some pretty good pressure on me, and I don't want to like basically make him draw the game and stuff like that. And I just want to like basically, like make sure I don't get scored. I go into my park the bus formation, which is the 4-2-3-1. And the way I do this is I put my defensive style on balance, my width on 30, my depth on 30. Again, for your message to change over here, you need to go under 31. And the reason why I go under 31 on the depth over here is because I don't want to get countered because there's a lot of people that try to do through balls or over the tops. So when you put this under 30, you basically stop that. The only difference is that when you have this on 30, what's going to happen is that if the opponent recognizes this and he's good with long shots, he can start taking long shots. That's why it says over here that playing deep will open more space for long shots or more possession for the opposition team. Now, the possession one I'm not too worried about because I kind of want him to have possession, because when you have possession, guess what? It gives your opponent a chance to counter you, right? So I'd rather not have possession when I'm trying to like basically end the game when I'm up 2-0. I'd rather just basically clear the ball up front and make him attack so that if ever I get the ball back, I'm the one that's going to counter him and not him counter me, if that makes any sense. Build up play. Slow build up play. Why? You want everybody near you when you're defending. So whenever you get the ball, you want to make sure you have your teammates nearby so you can make short passes, because if they are on balance or on direct passing or whatever the case may be, they start basically moving forward, right? You don't want them. You want them to be near you. That's why I also have possession for chance creation. The width, I keep it at 50. The reason why it's at 50, I just want to keep this balance. Join my defense. Join while I'm defending. Players in the box, I only have 2. I don't want people attacking besides like my striker and maybe my middle cam. That's it. Corners 1, free kicks 1. Formation, like I said, it's the 4-2-3-1. That's the way the team looks like in the 4-2-3-1. Instruction. The only person that's not on comeback on defense in this formation is going to be my Robbie Keane. He's on getting behind. Everything else is on balance. The reason why I keep him like that is just in case I do get a chance to counter my opponent, Robbie's going to be there to basically try to get a goal, right? But when it comes to my my 3 cams, they're all on comeback on defense and all on stay on the edge of the box. I don't want them to go into the box. I want them to stay outside the box. So if ever I lose the ball, they're already a little bit further back, because if you don't put stay on the edge of the box, what's going to happen is that they're going to get into the box, and then you're going to have 4 players. Even when it says that you want to commit only 2 players in the attack, you're going to have 4 players inside the box, because for some reason their AI just makes them go there. So when you put them on stay on the edge of the box, it actually reduces the amount of times that they go inside the box, having these instruction on them. When it comes to my CDMs, I have them both on cut passing lane, stay back while attacking, cover center, and of course my fullbacks on stay back while attacking, right? And that's it. That's this formation here. I hardly ever use it. Pretty much if I'm up 2-0, 70-minute plus, that's when sometimes I go into it, and I only do it if my opponent is putting like a lot of good, like it's just say my opponent is good, it's putting a lot of pressure on me, and I kind of feel like if I don't go defensively now, this guy may eventually get me on a counter or whatever, or like, tie the game up. So I don't want to give him that opportunity. But I also explained in the video that I'm saying that whenever you're defending and you're up 2-0, you do not want to bring the ball up front. What you want to do is you want to kick the ball to your opponent. You want to clear it into his own zone. You want him to attack you with the ball. I know a lot of people be like, why would you do this? In this game, counterattacks are OP as fuck. Okay? So how do you counter that? It's simple. Don't attack. If you attack, you give your opponent a possibility for him to counter you. So if you're leading to nothing, give him the ball. Kick the ball up front. Make him attack you. Make him be the one that's vulnerable up front. Because once he is down by 2 goals, if he's attacking you, most likely he's into a formation or he's committing more players up front. He's the person that's going to be more vulnerable to the counterattacks. If you're the one that starts to attack him, even if you have defensive stats, even if you have 30 depth, the way the game is built for you to get countered. So do not attack when you're 2-0 up and you want to close the game. Clear the ball up front. Give it to your opponent. Make him attack. Make him use his brain how to pass the ball instead of having that one mindset like, ooh, every time you attack, I'm just going to lob it up front. Don't get fooled by the broken game. The game is completely broken when it comes to counterattacks. You have to learn how to counter this shit. And the best way to do it is for you to give actually the ball back to your opponent. Another thing, if he's on constant pressure, do not pass the ball to your players. Every single player is marked. What you do is you run with the ball. Yes, even if you're using a defender and your opponent is on constant pressure, do not pass the ball. Once you do that, he will intercept it. Run with the ball in a straight line. All these players are going to be marking your players. That only one player that's going to be with you is the one that's marking you. All you got to do is run around him and run in a straight line. Everybody else is marking all the other players. All the gaps are going to open up. You got a free ride all the way to his net. Run in a straight line. Okay? Hopefully this helps you out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.